Now that I'm kind of quote-unquote back, I guess I need to, like, talk about something. I moved country, and you may be thinking, oh, but Memzo, it's literally, like, we're in a pandemic, you're not allowed to move country. And to that, I say, you are quite correct. Technically, it's not the best time to be moving country. But we did. And, you know, school just started up here again, like physical school. So that's pretty cool. It's a pretty good time to come, you know, when you can physically... What? How? They get by pretty quickly, you know, those freaking emerald guys. But, well, school started up again. I've made, like, 2 friends. I joined, like, midway through, like, the term. It's all kind of confusing, because, like, they're nearly at the end of the term now, because I've been here a few weeks, and, like, they're doing tests. And I had to do... I just did, actually, this, phys ed test, right? This physical education test. And, now listen, no disrespect to anyone who likes phys ed, but I don't like phys ed, okay? I deserve that. I don't like phys ed, okay? I don't really like it that much. It's never really been my thing. I'm not good at running. If I were being chased by a pack of wolves, I would just accept defeat. I would die, okay? I just do not have the stamina. So we had to do this phys ed test, except we didn't have to do anything physical. It was like on the circulatory system. And so I kind of just had to do this test. And, like, I had participated in quite a few of the lessons talking about it, but, like, I had to do a test on it. And so I got really stressed for a while, because I was like, oh my god, it's a test, right? Because, like, tests are the big scary things, you know? And... okay. Tests are scary, because, like, they determine a grade, and... The thing about grades here is that they're a bit confusing, right? You have like 1 to 8, and 8 is like A and A, 7 and 8 are like A plus, and whatever, and then like 5 to 6 is kind of, you know, medium, like average, right? And I come from a place where they like to use A's and B's, and they like to use letters for grading. And I think that letter grading is just complete trash. It's rubbish, because, like, you know, you can't grade it on a letter. Like, numbers are way more precise and specific and just better. The numbers are better, okay? Like, if you disagree with that, like, logic, you just aren't... your IQ is low, okay? If you do not agree that letters are inferior to numbers, then I'm sorry, you aren't smart, and I am bad at PvP. No! Why? It's the flipping anime guy. He's from the Chinese cartoons. So, this stupid test in the circulatory system... What? Jeez! So we've had this test, and I've completed it, right? It was an at-home test, open book. We could use all the resources that we've learned from it, from like, you know, classes and so we're allowed to use our resources that we've learned, and we use Google Classroom, right? So we're the kids who use Google Classroom, right? And you know, I like Google Classroom. I think it's pretty neat and stuff because Jesus. We use Google Classroom, and I like Google Classroom. The flipping layout is nice, and I like it, right? And so we have 2 hours to do this test, and I'm a bit stressed, right? Because like I get onto the first question, and it's like list all these parts of the heart, and I'm like, I know this is somewhere in the flipping Google Classroom. So I look at the Google Classroom, and there are 2 videos. Okay, we have 2 hours to do this test. There are 2 videos. And I spend the first, like, 10 minutes looking at these 2 videos, okay? Because I'm actually stressed right now, alright? That guy, come on. How? Why, Skywars? Time is just going into this, like, just examining these videos, right? So, I'm, like, I'm like, stressed, because, like, I have, like, an hour and 40 minutes to complete... an hour and 15 minutes to complete this test. And I do not like... Didn't happen. I do not like tests, okay? You gotta understand this about me. I do not like tests. I think that they suck, okay? But, you know, school's gotta have tests. Because, you know, it makes sense. Obviously, grades. I'm kind of just sitting there in my seat, looking at, like, what the time is, and listing these stupid parts of the heart. I have my friend on Discord, who I'm not going to reveal the name of, because, you know, don't have their permission or anything. So I have my friend on Discord, right? And he's like, he's messaging me, and I'm messaging him a bit, and like, I'm like, oh, what question are you on, dude? This test was, I did not know how hard this test was going to be, because it said there was only 6 questions, right? So you got to understand here. Like, I was just thinking, oh, only six questions. That shouldn't be too bad, right? That shouldn't be too bad. It's 6 questions. So, 6 questions, you're probably thinking right now, oh, that's easy, I could do 6 questions, you're just really stupid. And you know what, I probably am really stupid, you're actually probably right. I'm probably just extremely stupid, and this is like basic information that everyone should know. But I am not good at this, okay? Like, I am not liking this test at all so far, right? So, you have to understand me, okay, when I say that 6 questions on a test that I would think were just extremely easy were not, okay? Because we had 2 hours. I came so close to, like, not finishing it in time. That skeleton is such a help to me. Nice, dude. So good at the game. It's pretty much what... Oh! Fair enough. So I was, like, just on the test, and because it was on this thing called, like, flippin' Pear Deck. I've never used Pear Deck, okay? Pear Deck's, like, I haven't used this... What the hell? My keybinds are messing up. I haven't used this thing, this Pear Deck thing, okay, that we were, like, doing our questions on. And flippin'... What?! So, anyway, I'm just doing the test, right? I'm on, like, question... I hate myself, okay. I'm on, like, some question, and, I remember on this question, we had to, like, write some stuff, okay? Now, I like writing, okay? I love ink... Dude, no! That was so sad! Dude, that's the saddest thing I've ever seen! Oh, okay, expected. So as I was saying, I love writing, right? But you really do have to understand here that when you're being asked to write like 100 to 200 words about locations your blood travels in your circulatory system, starting from the lungs. Okay, I'm not the hugest fan. Okay, it's not like it's not really everything I want to do in life. Okay, and so I'm just sitting in this question, thinking, how am I gonna do this? I'm not that good at this. Okay, so like I'm just kind of thinking to myself, well, I don't really know that much about the circulatory system. I'm not that good. Man, really. Man, I really thought I wouldn't come to attack him, please. Sad. Well, never mind. Anyway, so I'm on this question, thinking about what I must write, because, like, this needs to be 100 to 200 words. I've spent, like, 30 minutes on this already, or, like, 20 minutes, I don't know, something like that. And... oh, God, I'm gonna get pushed off the edge. Okay, and I've spent, like, some time on this question, right? Just trying to write here. Because, you know, when you're in a test and it tells you to write something 100 to 200 words, you can't just do, like, some cheap 100 to 200 word thing. You really gotta, like, try with this, right? So I'm, like, trying my best to write flipping the best essay you've ever seen. And then along comes my friend called Doubt. Like, Doubt's just like, well, what if you can't do it? Because, you know, you suck. Especially at Skywars. And so, my not-so-good friend Doubt is just kind of strolling along my brain, thinking, well, what if you're just stupid, and the rest of your class is just way smarter than you? And then, I think about one of my classmates, who we'll call, Nancy. And so I think of this classmate that we're going to call Nancy, and I think, well, at least I'm not Nancy, because Nancy would probably be struggling. Okay? Like, Nancy would not be doing well. I just missed all those, okay. What are you... why? Why do you do this? So I'm thinking about Nancy, right? And Nancy in this situation is probably gonna get like a grade of like 5. And I'm thinking, well, let's try to get a grade of 6 at least, because you know we want to be above Nancy. Like Nancy, if you're below Nancy, then well, that's sad. But I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, well, you know, I can do better than that. At least, I'm not, you know, gonna get a 5. So, I still haven't gotten my grade, because like, I finished it, okay? And, oh, I used an ender pearl. Oh, people who use ender pearls are pearlers. Oh my god. The man had ender pearls. So, anyway, after the test, I was like, I was still talking to my friend, right? Because like that friend I have who, you know what, we don't have a name for him yet. That friend who I haven't named yet, he messages me and he's like, oh wow, that was stressful. So we just got on a Discord call together, and we're both just like talking about how stressful the test was. Like damn, that wasn't. We really thought that was gonna be easier. Like dang, Miss Teacher, dang Miss P-H-E teacher. We call phys ed P-H-E. I have no idea what the H stands for. If someone in the comments knows, that'd just be great. I'd love to know what the H stands for. Oh god, Jesus! What is that? Well, we're just kind of relating about how hard this test was, and we're like, oh wow, that was a hard test, you know? Yeah, it sure was. It sure was, Memzo. It sure was a hard test. And you know, we're just completely vibing out here, and then I get a message from like one of my friends saying, oh hey, yeah, oh sorry, this wasn't a message from one of my friends, this was actually the class group. Jesus. So this was the class group, right? And I got a message from the class group because like the test is completely over now. Okay, everyone's done. And I get a message from the class group, and it's like, hey, I completed the test in 40 minutes. I don't know if that's good or bad. And then another person's like, oh yeah, I completed it in 30 minutes. And I'm thinking like, how? That test was hard. And so now I'm thinking, okay, either I'm extremely stupid, or hear me out, everyone else failed. Okay, because we haven't gotten our grades yet, so I have no idea what the situation is. But hear me out here. I'm now thinking either everyone else failed, or I am stupid. Okay? Because you don't really just, like, you know, finish a test that should take 2 hours in 30 minutes, right? What? You! That annoys me. That is the story of how either my class is extremely stupid and everyone failed, or I'm very stupid. It's a pretty big difference, I know. Correct. Oh, let's go! At least I got a kill! Thank you everyone for watching my epic Skywars video. I barely have any other ones. I have one other one. I don't recommend you watch it. It probably sucks. Like and subscribe so that I can get money later in life. Thank you. Bye.